Thank you. All right, y'all, we are live. We are live on this beautiful Wednesday. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed as the Bitcoin price has touched $93,000 today. What an amazing day it is to be in Bitcoin, guys. I remember when Bitcoin was $600 and I fumbled my whole life savings in, and here we are, almost unbelievable right now at 91,000. We're above 90K. Absolutely insane. Bitcoin getting a very small move to the downside right now, rejecting from none other than the Fibonacci 886 level. If we go ahead and pull our fib from this little area that we made right here, and we go ahead and we put on our Fibonacci 886, we're finding a little bit of resistance from the Fibonacci 886 fib, getting a little bit of a move to the downside right now. We're going to see how this plays out. Got to give a major shout to everybody in the chat right now. Major shout to Mickey. Major shout out to IELTS with Abdullah. Shout out to Solo Bro. Shout out to Quiles. Shout out to Odin has opened the doors. Man, Odin don't exist, bro. Shout out to Nirvana Republic. Man, shout out to ADD Dad. Shout out to Dave Digital. How much meth did you do to get so wet and sweaty? Are you talking to me? Shout out to Splashfire Films. Shout out to the Casper crew. Shout out to Freedom Man. Are we going to Trump or are we going to dump? Shout out to Donald Trump. All right. Shout out to Donald Trump.
Well, folks, we won the election, but most importantly, we pumped the price to a new all-time high. Jason, Casper, and I made it happen, and we're going straight to 100K, baby. Make sure to like and subscribe.
And I got to give a major shout out to our super chat in here. Shout out to Jason Casper. Jason Casper says, I love you so much, Jason. You're the best YouTuber in the world. Could you please help me out? All I need is 100 USDT. It would mean the world. Jason, thank you so much for the $100 super chat. It really means a lot to me. I think I could help you out there. Shout out to Jason Casper. As usual, guys, if we get 1,000 likes in the first half hour, we will be giving away 1,000 USDT. 1,000 likes will be giving away 1,000 USDT. All right? So make sure to smash up the dang likes as we are getting this move to the downside for Bitcoin. Going to be looking for a little bit of a bounce here. Oh, can you believe that? Can you believe that? Alrighty. Who do we got in chat? Also, let's see. A big retrace incoming says A-Money. Curzio says, what USDT network to do a giveaway? Doesn't matter, my man. Shout out to Louise. He says, smash it. Shout out to Sirbol. He says, hey, Crypto Daddy, you're short from 92.8. Big retrace incoming. Shout out to Crypto Coon. Shout out to Jay Schlongen. Shout out to Sarah. Shout out to Follow Baba, who says, let's go. Shout out to Crypto Owl, who says, Jesus is king. Amen. Jesus is king. He is the reason for everything. Shout out to Tuck Party. Shout out to Cryboy, 100K easy. Shout out to NNN. God bless you, Jason. God bless America. Trader Ray says, dang, you shorted. I did short. And here's the thing. It was a very strange short. This is the first short I've taken on ByBit in a very long time. And it was not what I expected. Let's just put it that way, all right? Let's just put it that way. It was not what I expected, all right? It was not what I expected at all. But we're still in the trades, guys. We're still in this trade right here. We're up $31,000 on this trade, all right? You guys saw me yesterday. I took another knife catch, all right? So this is my fourth loss in a row here, all right? I took the 3 on November 11th. I took the 1 on November 12th. So, you know, let's see. What is that? That's $1,600. $2,700. I lost shorting Bitcoin in the past few days. You guys saw me do this, but we made 31,000. All right, we're up another almost about 18,000 realized profit, another 15,000 unrealized, and then I did take that short today. Accidentally made almost $6,000 on it. Long story, but I ended up doing something wrong, entering a massive position size by accident. And of course, we're still in the juicy trade. Over on MEXC, up $30,000 realized, $34,000, $35,000 unrealized. So guys, we're in the juiciest profits right now, all right? We are up 6 figures in the profits right now on the Bitcoin price action. Juicy as all get out, as the baby boomers like to say. Juicy as all get out. All right, I've got a target down here at around the, around this area, I'd say, for, you know, coming down just to take the liquidity. But we might just bounce from here, right? This is a very, very bullish trend, and things are bullish, all right? Things are bullish, baby. They're bullish, all right? Major shout out to Nine Breaker. You're not going to cash out the short. Heck no, man. Heck no, I'm not going to cash out the short. Heck no. Not going to cash out the short. All right. And guys, let's see who else we got in here. Dave Budai, Dog with Hat, and Pepe to the moon currently. Yeah, let's check out all these other things. Shout out to Chiller Thrills. He says your countdown for live streams is like a countdown for nuking Bitcoin. LOL. Well, let's just see, okay? Let's just see. Shout out to Boyan with the setups, all right? Boyan with the juicy setups in the Casper crew, all right? Shout out to the Casper crew. We gave the long setup from 67.4. All right, this was the last opportunity to long Bitcoin before the big breakout. And then we also, during the New York Open live stream, gave a long from, I think it was right down here. No, it was before that. It was a while ago. We've been given the juiciest setups. Myself, given a few. Boyan, I'm pretty sure Boyan gave this long setup right here in the Casper crew. And then where did I long it from? I think we longed it from in the Casper crew from right here. I think this is where we longed it from. And I told everyone I was taking that long. Of course, you know, you compound the trades along the way, and then you get to where we are today. You compound the trades along the way, and then we get to where we're at today, baby. We compound the trades along the way, then we get to where we're at today, baby. Baby, baby, baby. All right? Yeah. So let's talk about why. Was I the biggest Pepe bear? I don't know, man. I hold a lot of Pepe. All right, so let's talk about what's happening with the Bitcoin price. All right, let's talk about what's happening right now with the Bitcoin price. Why are we getting this move to the downside right now? I'll tell you exactly why this is happening. All right, this morning we were pumping relentlessly, like a wild woman, like a wild woke woman running through the wilderness in distress. You can't tell if it's a man or a woman, all right? Just a random human being running through the wilderness in distress, pumping like crazy, all the way up to $93,500. Bam! Okay, now look at what happened on Market Cipher B as we came up to this area, right? I want to show you, because Market Cipher B really gives you the juiciness. All right, we're looking at the 1 hour time frame, and we are seeing, in fact, a bearish pattern known as the upside down Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boo pattern. Here's Sam Bankman-Fried hanging upside down. Notice the chest. Left side, massive. Right side, not so massive. It's called leftist gynecomasticus. All right, we go ahead, we take the leftist gynecomasticus of Sam Bankman-Fried, you know, we put it over onto the chart on the 1 hour time frame, and we are seeing, wow, that's known medically as a bearish divergence. Now, once we make that first high with the bearish divergence printing, then we come down to our 12-minute time frame, and here's what happened, right? You got the bear div, then you pull the fib from the high to that first low, and we come back up and we retrace right into the golden pocket and the Fibonacci 786 levels. Now, as we know, the 618 is in fact 6 Juanita. 6 Juanita, our high school crush, the girl who rejected us, the girl who broke our heart. Why did she reject us? Because we were in the friend zone. Now, we just came down to our target on the short trade. I hit another take profit on it, as you can see right here. Bam, baby! All right, just made 6K. We're getting a little bounce from this level. 6 Juanita, she rejected us because she's not into nice guys like your boy, Jason Casper. Oh, no. She's into the criminals like Sam Bankman-Fried. So when you're getting in the mood to ask out a girl who you think likes you, who you think you have a chance with, just know she's going to reject you and leave you high and dry. Yes, you had big dreams about getting matching Ben Coin tattoos on the hands and the necks and getting married and having a little house with a white picket fence and a pool and a golden retriever dog. Maybe a few kids, too. Those dreams are going to be shattered, guys, by the 618 Fibonacci. And as you can see, the 618 Fibonacci has indeed shattered our dreams. But here's another thing, guys, all right? Let's take a fib from this low to this high. As you can see, the 618 Fibonacci level currently right now, guys, is acting as support. Why is this? Because when you're in the friend zone, yes, she broke your heart, but she uses you because you're in the friend zone. She needs money. She calls you up. Hey, you know, I just need a little bit of money to get home from the city on the subway. You know, next thing you know, you're sending her money through Zelle. All right. She needs a ride somewhere. She calls you up like she needs you. So she's going to be there for support. Now, here's the thing. We have a little bit of liquidity down here, as we were talking about just a second ago. We got some liquidity right here at 90,660. Right now, we're getting what's known as a chicken's drinking water pattern. We're going to go down to the 1 minute time frame in Market Cipher B. We are getting a chicken's drinking water pattern right here. What is a chicken's drinking water? It's where you make a low, all right? And then the price dips down below the low, as so, below the low, as so, and then closes the candle back above the low. Now, when this happens, you want to look at Market Cipher B, because right now we are forming what's known as the uneven butt cheek pattern. Big on the left, nice and gravy, juicy, squatting and deadlifting on the right. Skinny, no gravy, cardio bunny, low fat, low protein diet, okay? Look at that beautiful uneven butt cheek pattern. Honestly, this could be a bottom where we actually get a nice bounce from. So, what do we have here? Well, we got rejected by 618 for Sam Bankman-Fried. Then we came down to support where 618 said, don't worry, Jason, you're going to find love sometime. We saw the uneven butt cheek pattern, the chicken's drinking water pattern. The reason why it's called the chicken's drinking water pattern is because if you ever saw a chicken drink water, it looks very similar to what the price does when it just dips below that level and then comes back up real quick, okay? Now, take a look at the way a chicken drinks water real quick, all right? When the chicken dips her head into the water, you think for sure she's going to drown, all right? When the chicken dips her head into the water, you think for sure she's going to drown. Watch. Bam! All right? You think, oh my goodness, this chicken's drowning. We're dumping. We're going back to 30K. This chicken is not going to make it. Doesn't that chicken know it can't breathe water? But look, watch. Okay? Watch again. All right, here we go. Watch this chicken. Boom! It's gonna drown! Just kidding. All right? Now, why is the chicken able to pick the head out of the water? Because chickens always have uneven butt cheeks. Uneven butt cheeks. All right? It is what it is, guys. When you're chilling out on the tractor with the chickens, you got the big upper body, skinny legs, because you always skip leg day. That's just how it is. All right? So we're getting a little bit of a bounce from 90,000, that level we were looking at here. We're getting the chickens drink water. We had the Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boo pattern. We have the good old-fashioned uneven butt cheek pattern, chickens drinking water down at the liquidity level. All right? We're in a short trade. We're in a long trade. All right? I'm personally, in all honesty, guys, I'm going to be holding still this short trade because I don't close short trades in a pump. All right? Jason Casper doesn't close shorts in a pump. All right, he doesn't do it because right now I'm long. I'm up $15,000 plus another $6,000. That's $20,000 plus another $35,000. That's $55,000. $55,000 unrealized profits. Okay, if this short trade gets stopped out right now, do you know how much money I'm gonna make? I'm gonna make like $4 grand. All right. So worst case scenario right now, this short trade just made me $4 grand. Now, if we keep dumping, this short trade is going to make me more money. Now, if we pump, I make $4 grand. If we dump, I'll make more than $4 grand. So that's the thing. I'm in a win-win situation right now. All right. We went through all the signs and the signals. All right. This is the first short trade I've taken on ByBit. Shout out to ByBit. We are at VWAP right now, guys. This is such a crucial area. Let's turn on our VWAP on the screen. All right. We're going to turn on the WAP. Wow, look at that. We didn't even the VWAP. We didn't need the VWAP to know what was going to happen here because look, we got the chickens drinking water on the chart. This thick white line right here. I'm going to make it thick and white. Shout out to my wife. I like my VWAPs the way I like my women. White and thick. Now look, we're bouncing from the VWAP. We got the uneven butt cheek pattern here. We got to hold this. All right, we got to hold this. If we hold this, Bitcoin's going to keep on pumping, baby. We lose this, Bitcoin's dumping down. Where are we going to dump down to? Well, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. But the first place that I think we could really dump down to is right around the $88,000 level. Right around that $88,000 level. And we're going to talk about that. But make sure to like the dang stream, guys, because we got over 2,000 people in the house. All right? 2,000 people in the house. And we only have 694 likes, all right? We have 10 minutes to get 1,000 likes to do a $1,000 giveaway. Shout out to our super chats. Shout out to Amp Knight, who says, blessings, brother. Would you have a look at Stash and Curve? Yeah, we can. All right. All right, shout out to Call Sign. I've tried the schlong and I'm no schlonger. Man, I have to schlong, all right? I just have to do it. I have to schlong. I don't know how people don't schlong. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But, man, I do have to say that this is a very, very important level to hold. Let's take a look at the order flow. What's happened here? Let's see. We made our first high. Then we had a decrease of open interest into the 886 fib. You know, nothing on order flow would have told me to look for a short, but I'm telling you, market Cipher B, man, that's where it's at with those uneven butt cheeks and stuff, and the sandbag and freeze. So now we're underneath the VWAP. We need to see some buyers starting to come in here. All right, we need to see some buyers starting to come in. If we reclaim the VWAP, and hold above, right now we're struggling. We're retesting the VWAP. Let's see what happens. 1 minute market Cipher giving the butt cheek blowout pattern. Oh no, the butt cheek blowout pattern. The butt cheek blowout pattern on market Cipher B is where it looks like we're printing a normal uneven butt cheek pattern like this, but then the cheeks just flop on over, all right? The butt cheek blowout pattern happens when people, especially young women, I guess in their desire to fit in with the crowd, getting a BBL, instead of paying the money to actually get the procedure, instead of working hard in the gym, squatting and deadlifting to actually, you know, make your body more shapely, they use fix-a-flat butt injections, which can lead to a butt cheek blowout as seen right here. Ah! It burns! It burns the eyes! I can't believe what I'm seeing! Is that a butt cheek blowout? It is. And it means we could see Bitcoin come a little bit lower here. So let's get to the charts. This is a serious business right now, guys. All right, this is the most serious thing I've ever done in my life. We're going to get back to the charts, and we're going to talk about if we get more of a pullback from here, where are we going to go? All right, where are we going to go? Now, I'm not bearish. All right, don't mind the purple hat, okay? I'm not bearish. I'm still real bullish on Bitcoin, and this still is support. In fact, if this VWAP holds with a higher low, that actually could be nice. We need some buyers to step in, guys. We need some buyers to step in. Come on, buyers. Come on, whales. We need you guys to manipulate the price back up to the upside. Back up to the upside. All right? Shout out to Unvideo Guiocatore. What am I watching? You are watching a man in a very scantily clad tank top with a purple hat with googly eyes talk about different patterns on the chart. Very technical levels, all right? Very scientific and technical here. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on, baby. Can we bounce from here? If we reclaim this VWAP, guys, if we hold above this VWAP, it's a little bit different on exo charts because exo charts messed up. We reclaim the VWAP, we're going to pump. Did we get the likes? Oh, come on, guys. We got 6 minutes to get 151 likes, and then we'll give away $1,000, all right? If everyone likes the dang stream, we're going to get $1,000, all right? All right, shout out to Bakir. Shout out to Bakir. Smash up the likes to do the giveaway. Can we pump? Can we get the pump? All right, here. Let's see if we can't get a little pump, all right? Let's see if we can't get a little pump from here. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on, Bitcoin. Alright, this is the pump song. Guaranteed to pump the Bitcoin price every single time. Alright, guaranteed to pump the Bitcoin price every single time. Let's see if we can't manipulate the price a little bit ourselves here. Alright. Let's see if we can manipulate the price a little bit ourselves here. Alright. 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 Alright, baby. Let's see if we can't change the market structure. All right, we're gonna see what we can do. It's not feeling the most bullish, guys. It's really not. I don't know if we can sing the pump song, to be honest with you. I don't think we can sing the pump song, actually. Here we go, baby! Can we short so we can pump? I am short, Black Swan. I'm short. Get your plungers, baby. We're gonna dump. Yo, we're gonna pump. We're gonna pump. Yo, we're gonna dump. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump.
pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. We're gonna pop, yeah, we're gonna dump. We're gonna pop, yeah, we're gonna dump. We're gonna pop, yeah, we're gonna dump. Dump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go.
Yeah, alright. Looks like we're gonna have to sing the dump song. Let's dump! And then we'll talk about what levels to get to. Alright, here we go, baby. Bitcoin getting a move to the downside. Just a little bit of a healthy retrace. Alright, this white line actually is super key support right here. Super key support right here.
We're gonna pop, yeah, we're gonna dump. We're gonna pop, yeah, we're gonna dump. We're gonna pop, yeah, we're gonna dump. Dump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. We're gonna dump, yeah, we're gonna pop. We're gonna pop, yeah, we're gonna dump. We're gonna dump, yeah, the Bitcoin, baby, let's go.
Yeah, alright, here we go, baby. Man, oh man. This is down to the wire. We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know if we're dumping or pumping, but we're singing something. The 1 minute money flow actually looks like we're gonna dump it through the VWAP a little bit, guys. 1 minute money flow looks bearish. The 1 hour looks like we need to have a nice little healthy pullback. Maybe down to our box. Maybe down to our box here. Alright. This box down here, this is the Fibonacci golden pocket retrace. Alright. So 88,300 we could come down to if we lose the VWAP. Alright, let's see how she goes. Let's see if she holds. This is support. We gotta hold if we want higher.
We're gonna dump, yeah, we're gonna pop. We're gonna pop, yeah, we're gonna dump. We're gonna dump, yeah, we're gonna pop. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. We're gonna dump, yeah, we're gonna pop. We're gonna dump, yeah, we're gonna pop. We're gonna pop, no, we're gonna dump. Dump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. Yeah. Yeah! Yeah!
I don't know what to say. Are we pumping or are we dumping? Are we pumping or are we dumping? We coming or going?
Yeah, we gonna dump. Yeah, we gonna pump. Yeah, we gonna dump. Yeah, we gonna pump right now.
Alright, we're getting a little bit of a move down, but that's okay. Let's talk about where we're going next if we get the dump. Alright, if we get the dump, I'll tell you exactly where we're going next. Alright? I'll tell you exactly where we're going next. Here's where we're going next. This is key. We'll mark this on our chart as key. Alright guys, here's the deal. If we lose 90,200, we are coming down to 88.3. It's the golden pocket. We lose support, and can you spot it? We're getting sucked right to the golden pocket. If we lose support, then can you spot it? Cause we're gonna get sucked right to the golden pocket. I said, lose support. Can you spot it? About to get sucked down to the golden pocket. Lose support. Can you spot it? About to get sucked. Yeah. Bitcoin pumping all morning, all day. Listen to what Jay Casper has to say. We came up right to 93K, $500.50 but then we take a look at market Cipher B. What do we see? Looking like Sam Bankman-Fried boobies, upside down, smile to a frown. We start out high, then we're coming back around to the low side. Money flow coming down as well. Looks like Bitcoin's gonna dump to hell. We take a look at what we see when we look at the picture. Bitcoin, the girl, she won't kiss ya cause she rejected you. Gave you the hand, gave you the face, left you in the sand like Aladdin in the pan. Getting cooked, getting fried. Sam Bankman-Fried looking like some eyes with the red pepperoni nipples coming down. Money flow all around to the floor. Now hear me flow. If we lose support, don't you know the long trade's about to get hort? Got key support right here, my dear. 90,236. Now here, if we lose it like a vacuum cleaner, coming back down, we'll take you to the cleaners, then we'll spin you around. About to lose the level, coming down to the GP, 88,397. Oh no, we're coming down. We took a short trade from the 886 around. We saw the bear dips, Sam Bankman-Fried, the uneven cheeks. We looked for the chickens, they were taking a peek. The feathers coming out, looking like a muck. The chicken got skin, bark, 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 bark. And the chicken on the nose. The Bitcoin price, let's see how low it goes. Taking a short trade, look out below. If we lose the level, we can see some black and blows. Yeah, now the market makers coming through the town. Listen to the sound as we drive around, looking found. We lost and found with the golden pocket. Next thing you know, we gotta watch with the locket in my heart. I'm telling the time. Sit back, relax, listen to J. Casper rhyme. Looking all around, we can sniff some limes, like the lemons and the oranges at given time. Yeah. To the 886, we came up, Bitcoin to her old tricks. She threw up her hand, she said, hey, J-Yo, I'm turning around. The Bitcoin price not going up, she's going back down. And we know we're about to take the Fibonacci. From the low to the high, what do we say? Gonna take it from the low from yesterday, stretch it up to the top, hip hip hooray. Gotta double click, cause our setting's not right. The 618786, alright, all night. Then we draw a box on the chart. If we lose the level, like a nice work of art, we're coming down to the 88380 to 86979 and 80. Talking about the sense if Bitcoin loses the fence, then we come all around looking like Mike Pence and Jay Vance. The two people like to dance in their pants. All right. Okay. So look, we're still holding the level. All right, we're still holding the level. We're still holding the level. What size bra? This is a double D, baby. This is a straight up double D. All right. Yeah. Let's keep it between you and me. The size of my bra is a double D. I said, let's keep this between you and me, but the size of my bra is a double D. We'll keep it just between you and me, but the size of J. Casper bra are double D's. Don't you know I got them big titties with the nice chest cleavage coming in on fleek. Hey yo, check it out, shout out to Crypto Lover. Asked me a question like no other. He said, Jay, what size of bra are you wearing? The Bitcoin price is looking kinda scary, cause we were bullish, but now we're feeling berry. Coming to support and it's looking kinda hairy. On the daily time frame looking scaly, but if we hold the level then we're gonna pump like berries. Yeah, berries pump, don't you know what I mean? Every day when we're coming to the trading machine, talking about the treadmill and the laptop, the Bitcoin blasted, that it will start to pop back to the all-time high. Don't you know the Bitcoin price is about to fly? 100K not out of the question no more, as the Bitcoin price goes right through the front door. Yeah, check it out, support resistance flip. Now listen, as J. Casper spits, we had resistance here all of yesterday. Then we broke out earlier this morning. Now hey, we got the breakout, now we're coming for the retest. If we hold it, don't you know Bitcoin will do the best? Pop to the upside, then she'll start to jump, then the longs ride. But if we don't hold it, then we'll dump to the 618. Down below, this level is the gate. If we open the gate, then we fall down straight to the next level. I'm all love and no hate, yeah. I got the plunger in my hand as we're driving our Baratis throughout all of the land. What's a Barati, you ask? I don't even know. I'm not a car guy, but I love to crypto float on the internet when I'm licking the plunger. It tastes so good, better than any other. Don't you know I got the bear hat and the Pikachu? I'll put it on my head and between me and you. Take a look at EXO, what do we see? We're losing the VWAP with the CVD. Come back to trading view and we're at the key level, about to lose it, then it's wee-hee-hee-hee like the water slide. Bitcoin gonna dive, let me hear it ride. We look inside, then we're checking our watch for time, cause we only got about 3 hours until the Bitcoin price starts to give us power.
Don't you know when New York closes, the Bitcoin price gonna look up your noses? See if you have hair or boogers in there. If you don't, then it will give the market makers a scare. Jason Casper has no boogers up in his nose. He's looking like a shortin'. But we're holding the level for now. Bitcoin price, if it dumps down, it will make a sound. But boom, as we're coming to the room. Then we go ka-choom, looking for the zoom. Then we go ba-boom when we're sweeping with the broom. Then we go ba-boom when we're looking for baboons. Yeah, we got the pirate hat, put it on your head. Our mateys will wear this one instead.
Alright, so here's the dealio. Here's the dealio. Alright, here's the dealio, guys. Let's talk about the dealio. Alright. What's the dealio? Stop rapping, teach us to trade? What do you think I just did? I taught you to trade through song. I taught you to trade through song. Alright. Shout out to Crypto Lover, bro. Thank you so much for the inspiration for the freestyle there. Shout out to my man J-Boy Bullish. Alright. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish, my man. Alright. Okay, so guys, here's the real deal. Alright. The real deal is this. No more rapping for now, okay? I'm sorry. You know? I'm sorry. So here's the real deal, guys. We're losing this support resistance flip right around here. And we're probably going to come down to the golden pocket. We're going to pull the volume right now on this little range. I would say this is definitely 100% the zone that we should look for the next bounce if we're going to come down a little bit lower. What really concerns me right now, not concerns me, but what makes me think we could at least range and consolidate here, like start to form a range like this, is the fact that we have the bear divs about to confirm on the 1 hour. So in 16 minutes, we're going to confirm an upside down Sandbag-McFreed man-boo pattern. And there's two things we need to really look for. If we lose $90,000 with a 1 hour candle close, I say a 1 hour close with a confirmed bear div, all right, then I'd say that yeah, we could get that move back down to around 88,400 at least, maybe down to 87K, right? It's a little bit of a zone here. It's crazy to think that from 87K to 88.4 is only 1.5% these days. I mean, that's how high the Bitcoin price is. Like, you're used to like over $1,000 being a lot, right? But that's only 1.5%, right? So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens here. We're at the box, all right. I'm in a little bit of a short trade right now, up $12,000, give or take. Still holding the longs, obviously, because look, I'm not gonna close out this long or even think about setting a partial stop here unless we actually break down from 85,000. So right now, the 88.4 is very, very important. Let's talk about what happens if we get more of a pullback here. All right, because there is a chance that eventually we do get a little bit more of a pullback here. In my opinion, the 4 hour time frame looks very, very bullish. The daily time frame looks very, 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 very bullish. But let's just assume that we do put in a weekly high today. It's a Wednesday. A lot of times Wednesdays are the weekly high. We put in a weekly high right here. We could get a bit of a pullback. Man, these RSIs look like we could get a bit of a pullback. So let's say today, tomorrow, we actually print a red dot on market Cipher. On the daily, that could give us a pullback. That could give us a legit pullback where we can look to plan for our next long trade. So let's zoom out. Let's go to the chart. We will zoom out onto the chart. Okay? We will talk with our German accent. And we will zoom out onto the chart. Okay? So the first thing you have to do is clear off everything on the chart. Clear off even the VWAP. Clear off even the VWAP. You go to the daily chart. You zoom out. Okay? We're going to look at the last 8 months of action. This is the most powerful indicator we have right here. Over here in the projection tools, the fixed range volume profile. We're going to take our fixed range volume profile and drag it through this whole range. And we can see two very important levels. All right? Level number one is going to be the back test of these previous highs here. Okay? I'd move it back. I'd move it to this level here. All right, 73,666 down to the value area high of the range. The reason why this is going to be such an important level is because when you have a resistance that is acting as resistance for as long as this has acted as resistance, which has been, you know, what has this been now? It's basically been 8 months, right? It's been about 8 months. So look, first support is this, like where we're currently holding right now. This is a support resistance flip. Do you guys see? Even on the 15-minute chart, when you have a resistance that was resistance for like a whole day, right? When you come back down to that level, what happens? We're getting a bounce, right? We're getting a bounce. In fact, from this level here, we come into the box, even though hasn't been a big bounce yet. I mean, you could say we've gotten like a 1% bounce already from this box. Why are we getting a bounce? Because it's a support resistance flip. So now zoom out to the daily time frame. We have the same exact thing, but now we're looking at like 8 months. We're talking February until November. And I can't do math. Is that 8 months? March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Yeah, like 8-9 months of price action. So if we get a significant pullback here, now we're talking about a really, really nice opportunity, because when you're in a bull market, if you ever get the opportunity to come back down to a previous resistance, that is the place you want to be looking for a juicy trade. All right. Now, I don't know how to use TradingView at all, but I'm looking for that thing that used to be here. Aha, right? So then we would look for a move down to this box, and then we'd look for another high. Whoops, another high to come in. All right. Now, look, I really don't know how to use TradingView, guys, but we look for the price to do something like this. All right, just basic technical analysis. Okay, it's what we look for the price to do here. And you know, I'm gonna go back to what I know best, which is the brush tool. All right, where is the brush tool anyway? Aha. This would be, like, in my opinion, the best opportunity that we could possibly have. If we get a pullback here. Now, again, we might hold this support we're literally at right now. We very well may hold this support we're at right now, but we have to plan for stuff. This is a major support. If you wake up one day and Bitcoin's like 70K to 73K, that's the time you should be looking for that bounce, right? When you wake up in the morning and Bitcoin's 93K, and in the past 2 days we've come up, let's see here, 22%. Yeah, you could look for a long, but the chances are pretty high you're long in the top, right? So we get a little bit of a pullback down to this area of about 20%. That's a pretty healthy pullback, support resistance flip, right? There's other levels as well. So let's check out our 1 hour time frame. All right. Now, one of the key areas I think we need to be aware of is the CME futures gap from over the weekend. A lot of times these gaps fill. Now, I'm not saying this is going to fill. The only reason I'm going through all of this right now is because we need to be prepared for no matter what happens, all right? If we are not prepared, we are going to not have a plan. And when you are in the moment, it's very difficult to make sound decisions because you haven't had time to think logically, and you're going to go based on your emotions. This is why people buy the top and sell the bottom. This is why people lose money in a bull market trying to trade. All right, because they get greedy, they long the top with leverage, they get liquidated. All right. They short the bottom, they get scared, then they get liquidated. If we start to get a retrace, this $77,500 zone is going to be very key support, because this is what we had basically on Friday, Thursday and Friday. This was our resistance. And then over the weekend, the Bitcoin price continued to trade while the futures market was closed, leaving behind a gap. Because, you know, I said this yesterday, but I didn't really realize this, but, you know, this is for like grown-up traders that have like, they have this weird thing called like a life and this other weird thing called a family. And they actually do this other weird thing where like they work for certain parts of the day and week, and then they don't work for other parts. See, us crypto traders, this is 24/7. Like, we're always on the chart. We can't even sleep. We can't even eat. We can't even go to the bathroom. In fact, that's why we wear adult diapers. It depends, right? Because we can't leave the chart for a second. But these guys, they hang out with their family. They relax. They de-stress. They're healthy. You know, us, we haven't gotten the sunlight. We're not healthy. We're not eating. And so over the weekend, we're pumping the Bitcoin price to the upside. You know, they wake up Monday morning and the Bitcoin's all the way over here, right? And a lot of times these guys, they don't like the price moving without them, right? So they will come and fill that gap and then pump the price. So we know our first major support that we're looking for is going to be that 70,000 to 73,000 zone. But then we also need to be aware, if we get that pullback, that before we get down to 73, the $77,000 area, CME gap filling, that's very important as well, right? And of course, there are other things we could look for. You know, like you could pull like a local fib here. Yeah, look at that. The Fibonacci golden pocket lining up perfectly with that gap at 77,440. That's a really key level. Those are the two major levels to be aware of. All right, 70,000 to 73,000, 77,005, and then right now, as we said, if we continue down from here and we're not finding support, this is going to be our local support at 80. I mean, this is the CME chart, but basically what we're doing is we're pulling the Fibonacci golden pocket from yesterday's low to today's high. And if this uptrend is going to continue of higher highs and higher lows, if we come down to the 61.8% retrace, that's a really nice place to look. All right, not only is it a golden pocket, but it's a high volume node as well, right? It's a high volume node as well, which means most of the volume occurred at 88,200, which is what we would really want to look for there. All right, so right now we are currently at our box of support number 1, which is right around the 90,160 level. All right, we drew a box around it, but it's kind of like this line here. Again, it's a support resistance flip. These are so key, guys. When you see price making a high, respecting that level, and then the breakout, when we get a retest, that is like a great place to look for a trade. All right, one of my most famous Bitcoin trades that I took in my life. It went totally viral. This is what blew up my channel to 1 million subs. Is the trade that I took from right here. On August 5th, I took a long trade from this level right down here. In fact, in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, where we give the juicy trade setups in advance, like this one from $67,000, the last major long to take, right? We gave that setup in advance. I told my crew when we were doing the New York Open live stream, I said, I'm opening up a long trade from right here. The reason is because it was a support resistance flip, right? So do not neglect the importance of support resistance flips, especially if you are, newer to trading. These are just simple, powerful things, right? These support resistance flips. That's why we're looking at the $73,000 zone right here, because again, for 8 months, it was resistance. So if we come back down to this level, it's probably going to act as support, right? And even out very locally. Even just for all of yesterday, what was resistance is currently acting as support. Are we going to hold here? I don't know, but here's the main point. When we came down to this level, if you were scalping this and you took a 1% move on a scalp, that's a respectable scalp. 1% on a scalp, that's great, right? So, be looking out for that, all right? So let's see what happens here. It's almost 3 p.m. New York time. And it looks like we did get our likes here, guys. So later on during the stream, we're going to be giving away 1,000 USDT, all right? We're going to be giving away 1,000 USDT later in the stream. Major shout out to Isaac Newton. Freestyle gained a subscriber, but are you walking on a fucking treadmill? Yes, I'm walking on a treadmill. Yes. Well, there's a rumor out there that I'm not walking on a treadmill and that I am actually walking in the woods with a selfie stick coming out of my backpack on my chest and a green screen coming out the backpack on my back, and we're walking up the mountain, scaling it up to $100,000, Isaac, for sure. All right. Could you? All right, we got a scammer in here. I got a ban. Guys, just a quick little, is this a demo account? I Show You wants to know. I Show You knows he knows the real deal about these demo accounts. Just a quick disclaimer, guys, all right? If anything on the internet could maybe be a scam, it's absolutely a scam. If anybody tells you anything about a bug where you can make money, or there's a glitch on an exchange and you can get money, or I'll trade for you, or I was losing money until Mrs. Jones just took over my portfolio and now I'm making $25,000 a day with Mrs. Jones, and 25,000 other people say, oh, you know Mrs. Jones too? What a coincidence, I know Mrs. Jones too! And everyone starts talking, oh man, Mrs. Jones! It's always a scam, it's always a scam, it's always a scam. Every single person who comments on any video is a scam. If you're in any Discord group, if anyone messages you ever, it's a scam. If anyone sends you a link, don't click it because it's a scam. All right? Don't connect your wallet to anything. Don't ever give anybody any money. Don't ever put anything on an exchange that somebody tells you to put it on. Don't. It's always a scam, 100%, always. If it's not a scam, eventually, you'll probably find out it's not a scam. But it's always a scam, guys. Please don't get scammed, all right? Please don't get scammed, guys. I don't want anybody to get scammed. I myself, you know, I've had my wallet drained. I lost $700,000 in a hack last year, all right? So security is so important. Please, guys, be safe out there, all right? Seriously, just a public service announcement over here, all right? Just a public service announcement. Yeah, shout out to Dion. He knows Mrs. Jones made me $59K, baby. Shout out to Jake's. I was taking profits at $60K. Yeah, I took profits at $60,000, guys. All right? I absolutely did. And I took profits at $80,000 too. And I'm going to take profits at $100,000 and $120,000. All right? All right. Scam Bakeman Fried. Shout out to Sue Deep. Shout out to Justin Barker. You guys know. Does ByBit even have demo trading anymore? You know, I don't even know if ByBit has demo trading. You know who does have demo trading though? I think BLOFIN has demo trading. Does BLOFIN have demo trading? Yes, BLOFIN does have demo trading. And by the way, guys, if you want to trade on BLOFIN, we have a 10% cashback offer right now if you use the link. And BLOFIN, they'll give you 10% cash back, meaning if you deposit $1,000, they'll give you $100 extra to trade with. All right, and they have demo trading. I know ByBit does have demo trading, or at least they used to. Let's check out the BLOFIN demo trading. Nice. Did I really just have a stop loss? Wait, oh wow. Wait a second. Oh my goodness, guys. I entered a demo trade on BLOFIN, I guess, a long time ago. Oh my goodness. Can you believe this? I opened up a 125x leverage long demo trade just as an example. I'm up $160,000. Man, if only this was real. If only this was real. Oh my goodness, man. So yeah, BLOFIN has demo trading. If only this was real, man. I wish that was real. How do we get back to normal? Oh, live trading. Click live trading to go back to live. All right, and you know who else has demo trading? MEXC. All right, MEXC has demo trading as well. Check out MEXC. MEXC, guys, best deal on fees, literally. 0% spot fees on MEXC. So if you want to go from Bitcoin to Tether, you can do it without any fees, which is actually really nice. Especially for spot trading, because you don't have to worry about the fee at all. Plus, for futures trading, 0% limit order fee, 0.01% take order fee if you hold 1,000 of their tokens, 0.02% if you don't. It's literally the lowest fees out there. And they also do have demo trading somewhere. Futures demo trading. And the MEXC demo trading is nice. It's the same as the live trading, pretty much. Which a lot of times demo trades is pretty wiki, and it includes the fees and all that stuff, so it's nice, all right? Links in the description, all that good stuff. All right, links in the description and all that good stuff. All right, back here. Now, look, this long trade, guys, you know, it might get stopped out. I got my stop loss at my entry. We've already made $31,000 on the trade, all right? You guys saw my 4 blunders that I made the past few days here. All right, shorting. I took all these shorts live, actually. I took all these shorts live. You guys saw me take these trades. I lost almost $2,000 shorting the Bitcoin, catching these knives. Made $31K along the way up. Worst case scenario right now, this trade gets stopped out. I'm going to make $30,000. So I can't be sad about that. We got the short opened here on ByBit. All right. This is the first short I've taken on ByBit in a very long time. Very long time. In years, actually. Literally years. My first time shorting on ByBit in years. All right. Shout out to Abjude in the chat. Shout out to Joe Potter. Joe Potter. Where's Joe Potter? I saw Joe Potter. Shout out to Joe Potter. What's going on, bro? You long and strong? Joe Potter's always long and strong. Joe Potter's been the most bullish, consistent guy I know. All right, the most bullish, consistent guy I know of on here. All right. Will I update our course? Look, guys, I'm going to do a free course in January. A free course in January where we're basically going to be teaching people how to trade for free. All right. To celebrate the launch of the Antarctic Decentralized Exchange, I'm going to be doing a free trading course. All right. So check it out. It's going to be good. All right. We're losing our level, so we expect a move down to 88,400. All right, 88,400. That's what I would expect here. Let's check out Market Cipher B. We're going to go to the 1 minute Market Cipher B and see what we can see. Yeah, so we have some slight bear div, but the money flow looks like we're coming lower. Let's check out the 5 minute. Yeah, it looks like we're going to come lower here, guys. It looks like we're going to get a bit more of a pullback here, to be honest. Looks like we're going to get a bit more of a pullback here, to be honest. All right. So we will have to see how far the pullback goes. Worst case scenario, I'd say 70K to 73K. That's worst case scenario. A better scenario is coming back down to around that $77,500 zone, basically our weekend lows. And then honestly, like a best case scenario is around the $82,000 if we pull the fib from this low to this high, basically coming down to around this last resistance. So I'm just going to draw some boxes where I'm actually interested in getting into a new long trade. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and put this here. And then I'm actually going to put the numbers on too. So this is going to be 80 to 83K. And then right here, 75 to 77. That's the CME gap and the golden pocket. And then this is major support at 70 to 73,666. All right. So these three boxes, guys, are going to be where I would look for a long or a bounce in the event of a bigger pullback. And I'm not bearish, but you can't just go up forever, honestly. And it's a Wednesday. A lot of times you put the weekly high in on a Wednesday. All right, Bitcoin's coming down to our next support, 88.4. All right, 88,400 is going to be our next target. Right into our next white box is going to be our next target here. All right, next target is going to be this box. And if we don't hold this box, guys, then I'm probably going to have to close out this trade and look for a fresh entry lower. All right, because we really do want to hold that zone, baby. We want to hold that zone. Coming down close to the entry right there. All right, guys, I have to take a pee, all right? I'll be right back. Make sure to like the stream. We've got over 3,000 people in here. Man, can we get up to 3,000 likes? Can we get up to 3,000 likes? Major shout out to Mr. Set. Can I win today, bro? It's your birthday. Congratulations on your birthday, man. All right, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are back in action right now. Oh, yeah, make sure to smash up the likes, guys. Shout out to Abjude. He says close the positions because we're going down to 70K. Bro, you just told me you were pumping it up, my man. All right. If he takes more than 2 minutes, you know it wasn't a pee only. No, yeah, I did pee out the window. Shout out to Splash Rock Films. I actually did pee out the window. Yeah, shout out to Sid Sharma. You guys know me. I pee out the window, all right? I used to take the computer with me when I would pee outside, but, you know. All right, so we're below that support. Let's check out the order flow and see what's happening. So it's a big decrease of open interest. So the good news here, guys, is that open interest is on the decline, which means this is not like a strong move to the downside. This is simply just overextended, right? We ran out of steam. This is not anything bearish. It's simply just there were no more buyers. Like, look at this. We're just open interest coming down. There's no buyers coming in. There's a few sellers coming in. Longs are closing out. It's honestly just a healthy looking pullback right now. It's a healthy looking pullback right now. If we happen to hold, if we happen to start closing candles back above 90,000, that's good for more upside because this is a major support resistance flip. But I kind of feel that we're going to come lower. I feel that we're going to come lower down to this next white box right here. Our next target on the short trade is where I think we're going to come down lower. And yeah, so just so basically everybody knows, like, the deal here, like, why are we getting this move to the downside? Like, what the heck is going on with this move to the downside? It's basically this. Like, we were pumping like a confused, woke person running through the wilderness, running through the streets, just pumping. And we came up to the $93,500 level. Now, when we came up to this level, you can see that if we look at market Cipher B, you can tell that things are getting overextended. How can you tell? Because we had this. As the price was getting higher, we saw that the momentum waves were getting lower and the money flow was getting lower. This is known colloquially as the upside down Sam Bankman-Fried man breast pattern. All right? He has a massive left man boob and a skinny right man boob. This is called leftist gynecomasticus is the Latin medical word for it. In the New England Journal of Medicine, they actually call it a bearish divergence. We take this, we put it onto the chart, we stretch out the man boobs, and we can see, wow, it matches perfectly. That's a bearish div, okay? Then what happened is, if we zoom into a lower time frame here, we know we have the bear divs. Then what happens is, we actually get a little bit of a change of market structure on a very local time frame, right? We were making low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. Then we make our first lower low, right? Taking out the last higher low. Then we pull our fib from the high to the low, and we come right into the zone in between the 618 and the 786. Now, what do we know about the 618? Well, she is none other than 6 Juanita, our high school crush, who rejected us because we were in the friend zone, right? You thought she had a crush on you, but she didn't. She was just using you for money and rides to places, and you would let her copy your test and homework in high school. So when you asked her out, she said no. She rejected you. Now, here's the thing, guys. In high school, especially nice guys, girls don't like nice guys, all right? They like criminals, the kind that do methamphetamines in the Bahamas, give money to governments, stuff like that. Like this guy, Sam Bankman-Fried. So when you're coming up to the fib level and you see Sam Bankman-Fried, you can expect a bit of a rejection, all right? And then, of course, you know, we're coming down. And right now, I still do have to say this, but, you know, if we take a fib, let's see, we are coming pretty close. You could consider maybe like, you know, you could consider maybe we're finding support at a local 618, but it's kind of hard to say. This candle so far on the 5-minute time frame, if it closes in 2 minutes, that would be a bullish engulfing candle on the 5-minute time frame, which actually would look pretty nice. I have to say that would look pretty nice and would make me think maybe we could actually come back up a little bit higher. Now, we do need to be aware right now of the potential of another lower high to come in, right? So I would be aware, especially given the bearish divs on these higher term time frames, I would be aware of the potential of another lower high being made, and then eventually we come down and bottom out. What we want to see is, honestly, the uneven butt cheek pattern on these lower time frames. Now, look at the last low that we made, like, for example, right here. All right, market Cipher B had a nice big momentum wave and then a skinnier momentum wave right here, known as the uneven butt cheek pattern. It's similar to the Sam Bankman-Fried uneven man boob pattern, but on this one, the left butt cheek, squats and deadlifts, high calorie diet. The right butt cheek, straight up cardio bunny. Doesn't eat a lot of calories, thinks that eating will make you fat, but that's not true. Look, if you lift heavy and you eat a lot, you're not going to be fat, all right? You're going to be thick in a good way. So we take that on here, right? We go ahead, we stretch out the butt cheeks, and that's called a bullish divergence, at least according to the New England Journal of Medicine. So for me, I would like to see now the Bitcoin price coming down a little bit lower here, right? Maybe coming down to our level that we have on our chart, which is going to be this local Fibonacci golden pocket 786 zone with that uneven butt cheek pattern here to finally get into a new long trade. Now remember, the 618, yeah, you're in the friend zone, all right? And she rejected you, but because you're in the friend zone, she's going to be there to offer you support because she knows you're depressed and she's using you for stuff, right? Money, rides, homework, tests. And because she's using you, she doesn't want you totally out of her life. So when you come down to this area, she'll encourage you falsely and say, don't worry, Jason, maybe you do have a chance with me. Just stick around a little longer, Jason. Maybe you do have a chance with me. This gives you enough self-esteem to at least make a lower high back to the Fibonacci golden pocket where you finally get the cojones to ask her out again, where then she rejects you, right? So these are just different things we need to be aware of. I mean, the way I trade Bitcoin is basically based off my failed past love life. All right. In fact, I'm happy I've never had a girlfriend. I'm happy. You know, because look, who needs girls anyway, guys? All right. As long as we have Bitcoin and blue and purple candles, you know. Sorry, it's easy for me to get emotional when I think about being alone for the rest of my life. Big dump coming, says Cyrus. You think there's a big dump coming? Maybe. Look, here's the deal. We definitely got the 1 hour market Cipher B bearish pattern here. Confirmed. All right, confirmed. So I would be a little bit cautious here. All right. Let's take another poll. Let's see if you guys think dump. If you guys think pump or dump. All right, so the poll right now, can we rip to 100 without a pullback? It's literally 50-50. We're going to start a new poll. Do we dump from here? Or I'll pull back from here. Pull back from here, yes or no? I'm going to spell here like H-E-A-R. Pull back from here. Because I want to listen back to you guys. All right, pull back from here. What do you hear? What do you hear? All right, so obviously now we've got the British accent on. Because sometimes, honestly, especially you people across the pond don't understand, but when us Americans hear somebody talk like this, we immediately think you must have graduated from Oxford University or something, Harvard maybe. You just sound so much more intelligent than us. So I figure maybe if I talk like this, it will actually help me get into a better trade in the future. Because maybe I can trick myself into thinking that I'm actually much smarter than I am. And also, something else that does help is wearing one of these things. It's called a monocle. It's called a monocle. All right. Only smart people use these monocles. Something else that might help, actually, is getting one of these pipes. Okay. You take the pipe, and what you do is you take some adult diapers. Depends. All right. You take out one of the depends. You rip a little piece off. All right. You rip a little piece off like this. Take a little piece. You put it in the pipe. You smoke. That's called smoking hopium. All right, it gives you the hope that your trades will actually end up the way you want them to end up. Now, it looks to me, honestly, like this candle right now on the 15-minute is going to be a very bullish-looking 15-minute. And my accent's going away here. It's totally messing up. I don't know what I'm talking like right now. There's too many things going on right now for me to know what kind of accent this is. But this does look like it could be a 15-minute bullish engulfing here. All right. In about 45 minutes, New York is going to close. That's going to be power hour, guys. It's going to be power hour. Okay. And we usually see big moves after New York closes. All right. Shout out to Glenn. 95,434. That's a good level. Front run 100K. That's a great place to take profit. Actually, do plan to sell some spot Bitcoin at that level. All right. Oi, says Felix. I sound Irish. All right. All right, let's see what you guys have to say. Do we get a pullback from here? Most of you say yes. 58% say yes. All right, 58% say yes. Let's take a look at some other assets here. Let's take a look at Dogecoin, guys, because, you know, this whole thing with Trump and Elon Musk creating this new thing that, like, is the acronym Doge. It's pretty interesting. Doge has gotten a significant move up. It seems. Actually, it hasn't really in the past few days. It actually hasn't gotten that big of a move. What's been pumping, guys? What's been really pumping? Besides Bitcoin, I've only been paying attention to Bitcoin. I haven't really been paying attention to other altcoins. All right, we did have a super chat. Shout out to Marks. Thank you so much for the super chat. Shout out to Mr. El Toro. Jason, do you think Bitcoin consolidates from here and altcoins will run? Also, can you take a look at Moonwell on the 4-hour? Well, if Bitcoin does consolidate from here, then yeah, we'll probably see altcoins start to run. That's typically the run of the mill. That's what we wait for. Bitcoin ranges, altcoins pump. All right. I got to take a quick look at Stash for my man with the super chat at the beginning of the stream. Take a look at Stash USDT on MEXC, and this looks absolutely pretty horrible. Oh man, I don't know what to say about Stash. I'm so sorry, man. I don't know what to say about it. I don't have much data, and it looks like very low liquidity. We don't really have bull divs on the daily, so it doesn't look like a nice bottom. Okay, so technically speaking, we do have a bull div on the daily down here, and a slight change of structure. So I don't know. I don't really like charts like this. It's really difficult to do proper analysis on a chart that looks like this, you know? So this is something you're going to have to work on. You're going to have to look at the fundamentals, honestly. I'm a technical trader. I don't deal with fundamentals. All right? But thank you so much for the super chat. All right, let's take a look at Moonwell. Let's look at it on Gate.io, I think. All right, Moonwell. Let's take a look. Well, we're in an uptrend. We just made a higher high, and we are at this resistance right here. All right, we are at this resistance right here. We do have a bearish divergence printing on the weekly. Bearish div printing on the weekly. Bearish divs also on the daily with money flow getting lower here. So here's what I would look for. I would look for a pullback, man. Where would we look for a pullback? Well, let's take a look at the volume. And let's pull some fibs. So, I mean, I know maybe this probably is not what you want to hear, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but the first place I would be interested in would have to be around 2.967 cents, honestly. Yeah, that would be the next place I would be interested in for a bounce from the 786, the value area high zone. Because we have weekly bear divs. I mean, I don't like to mess around with the weekly confirmed bear divs here, you know? Plus, let's clean off this chart here. Let's just look at this objectively. That's still bullish market structure. It's still higher highs and higher lows. But I don't know. Do you want to mess around with a weekly bear div? We have 4 days until potential confirmation. We have a 6-day. In 3 hours, the 6-day will confirm. The 5-day is already confirmed a pretty bearish divergence with money flow. You know, I would wait for a pullback here. I would. This is not something I would long. All right, not financial advice, but personally, this is not something I would long. All right, we just pumped up like crazy, you know, the past few days, weeks, whatever, since August. You know, 1,000% since August with bear divs on the weekly. It's just, I'm not saying it can't keep going, but this is not something I would long. All right. So again, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, even though I've got a monocle and a British accent. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor. All right, my thoughts on Pepe coin. All right, Mr. Set also, he says, I hope you bless me on my birthday, the 14th of November. I can show my ID. I'll buy you course. You don't have to buy my course, man. We're going to do a free course in January, all right? Shout out to Gonza. He says, thoughts on Pepe. All right, let's take a look at Pepe. Honestly, we got a 15-minute candle close here. It looks pretty bullish. I think we could probably get a little bit of a move to the upside here. Going into 4 p.m., we're probably going to rip. All right, just based on historical stuff. This is a beautiful support resistance flip here. We got a bullish engulfing on the 15. We got a little fake out to the downside, but that wick looks really nice. All right, not financial advice. All right, let's check out Pepe coin quickly. Pepe USDT. All right, on look at. I spelled it wrong. Here we go. I like it on MEXC. That's my exchange here. All right. What the heck is this? All right, so Pepe's breaking out, and we are in fact getting the bounce from the golden pocket. All right. So this is the well, I guess I deleted the thing, but this is what we were looking at before the big move. We were looking at getting the back test of the golden pocket and the POC, right? This fib was pulled on around October 7th. We were looking at the last low that we made right here, right? We pulled the fib from here to here, and we said, I guess we were looking at this on October 17th. We said, get a move down to the golden pocket, the point of control, and that's where we look for the bounce. And this is exactly where we bounced from, right? And now we've just made a higher high. So now, here's the deal. Let's go ahead and take a look at support resistance. All right. This is now going to be our support. And then we will pull a fib from the most recent low to the most recent high. And we will update our volume profile. All right. This is the most basic stuff for achieving those key levels. All right. So right now, major support on Pepe coin is going to be this right here. All right. 1083 to 1328. That's going to be super key. It's going to be super key. It's a pretty key zone. Yeah. It's a pretty key zone. It's a super key zone, guys. Now, locally here, we've got ourselves a local range on the 1 hour time frame. So a local, let's go down to like our 12-minute time frame here. I would say this. We have bear divs on the 12-minute. Always be aware of a fake out. All right, what I mean by that is this. We have liquidity, support resistance slip down at this area. If we continue to form a range here, like this, and then we come down, and then we immediately get a close above, very similar to what we're doing right now in Bitcoin, all right? You see that we dip down, then we get a candle close above this white line, right? We're waiting for a breakdown of the white line, but it's key support, and then we wick down, and then we get a candle close above. That honestly is very bullish, and that gives you a long entry. Once you see we're reclaim the level, you put your stop loss wherever we wick to, and you shoot for at least the high for a TP1, and then a new high, right? But this should only be a trade taken if you see bullish divergences, right? We want to see something like what we saw here, right? Or what we saw here. We want to see as the price is getting lower over time, like this. We want to see market cipher getting higher, all right? Because the confidence we have, right? The price is getting lower like this. Market cipher B is getting higher like this, all right? The confidence we have in the move that this is really a fake out needs to be on market cipher, right? Needs to be market cipher. If market cipher B isn't looking like that and it's looking like this, even if you see the move, it could still happen, but it's much less probable. Instead, I would rather wait. I'd rather wait. Something like this maybe, and then eventually we come down to our major zone of support, and then we have enough time for us to print the uneven butt cheek pattern on market cipher. You know, juicy left, skinny right. By that time, maybe we have time to do something like this, and that's what you want to look for on Pepe. So we want to look for on Pepe. Now, here's the thing: these are not guaranteed pullbacks to happen, but you wait for the pullback because it's the pullback that's going to get you a good entry, right? I'd rather sit out than FOMO in with a bad entry and not have a plan and not know where my stop loss is, not know where my target is. That's going to get you wrecked over time, all right? if you're trading without a plan, you're probably going to make money in the beginning real quick, and then real quick you're going to lose everything. All right? I'm just being honest. Like, trading without a plan, you might make money in the beginning, not knowing what you're doing, but eventually you are going to lose everything that you made and more. All right? Everything you made and more. All right, let's check out the order flow. Guys, in about half an hour, it's going to be 4 p.m., and we are going to see volatility really start to come in at 4 p.m. All right, 4 p.m., that New York market close, that's where the big moves come. All right, let's get back to the Bitcoin chart quickly. Let's take a look here. BTC, USDT. We'll put back on our thick white VWAP. All right. Okay, so look at this. We are struggling with that VWAP right now. This actually looks pretty nice. This move above VWAP right now looks pretty nice just based on the candles. It looks really nice. 24-minute looks nice for a little bit more upside. So we might actually see this. We might actually see in a half an hour this just continue to the upside. Because again, we aren't seeing a lot of sellers here. The reason we're getting this pullback is because, not because there's a lot of sellers, it's because there's no buyers and very few sellers. So there's no buyers to push price up, and there's a few sellers who have pushed the price down. All right? So, you know, we've already made a little profit on the short. So if it gets stopped out, we're still going to make over $4,000 on this short trade. I'm going to get stopped out with a less than a $2,000 stop loss here. So, yeah, it will be like $4,500 guaranteed win on this short trade. But you got to give it a little bit of breathing room here. Like when you're in a short on Bitcoin, you know, I like to hold it after a TP1. You know, if I'm guaranteed to make money, I like to hold it just in case of massive dump. All right. Shout out to Juan. He says, "Peanut, please, brother." Sure, we'll check out peanut. Peanut. I love peanuts. I love peanut butter. All right. But you have to call them peanuts, all right? I hate when people call them peanuts, all right? I hate when people say, man, I really love peanuts. It's like, bro, what did you say? Peanuts, all right? Peanuts. My dad calls them peanuts. It's like, man, I love peanuts. Pops, man, what did you just say? You mean peanuts, right? Peanuts, all right? You got to make sure the not the but the All right, what are we looking at? Peanut. Peanut USDT. Alright, it's a new meme coin. Peanut the squirrel. I still don't know what happened. Some squirrel died. Okay. Let's check it out. 4 hour. I like this. Alright. Let's go ahead and alright. We'll chart it on MEXC. Because it has more history on MEXC. Man, MEXC is the best, isn't it? Don't you all just love MEXC? Okay, so we've got ourselves a nice consolidation and breakout. So let's just zoom in here. We'll go to the 15-minute time frame, and I will take a look at the volume of this whole section just to see. Okay, yeah, so let's take a look at the volume of the rise. Okay, now let's go ahead and pull the fib from the low to the high. All right, so basically, I see a few places I would be interested in long peanut. First and most obvious is the zone between the golden pocket 786 and the high volume node right down here. All right, we're going to continue in an uptrend. If we get a bit of a pullback and we lose the value area high of the range, this is going to be major support, specifically around 84,520. All right. So that would be an idea like this, and we would look for more upside, right? So that would be an idea. That's like a 4-to-1 risk reward right there. If we come down to this area, we definitely want to see bullish divergence on our lower time frames, right? So we want to see something similar to what happened here, right? We get that wick down, and we see the momentum getting higher here. You know, that's what I would want to see on these, and on the lower time frames as well, right? Or at least very oversold way. We want to see very oversold ways and a bounce, or we want to see bullish divs. Now, there is a more local trade to be had here. This one takes a little bit more skill, and experience, but basically it's this. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull our fib from this low to high right here. All right, let's go ahead and pull our fib from this low. Okay, yeah, beautiful. So what I've done here, guys, is I pulled the Fibonacci from this last little wick we had down here. All right, the beginning of this impulse to the high, and you can see that we have liquidity. We're respecting this trend line, okay? Whenever you see price respecting a trend line, you know, like especially like newbie traders are longing the trend line, expecting a bounce, a bounce, a bounce, a bounce, right? So what the market makers do is they just wreck all those dumb retail traders. And then the actual real reversal happens. So when you see that there's liquidity here, what you do is you put a line beneath all that liquidity, all right? And you label it CDW, all right? CDW. You make sure you call it a CDW, nothing else, all right? If you want to be a good trader, you call it CDW. Then notice that right underneath this liquidity, we have the Fibonacci golden pocket. So what we'd wait for is a liquidity grab. A stop hunt is what people call it. And then basically, you know, we don't know where the bottom's going to be yet. The way we trade a CDW is you wait for that level to be lost. And then as soon as the price comes above that level, that's where you enter. And your stop loss goes below the wick. All right. The reason why it's called a CDW is because it looks like the way a chicken drinks water, right? If you ever seen a chicken drink water, and I'm sure some of you have, she takes her beak and she shoves it under the water, and then she lifts up her beak and goes, nom, 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 nom. All right, have you ever seen that? Let me show you real quick, all right? A chicken, she takes her beak, and she dunks it into the water like this, right? Let's watch. Here's the chicken, here's the liquidity. All right, watch her, watch. Boom, all right? You think, oh no, it's a breakdown, sell everything, right? But watch. All right? And what we want to be looking for as that's happening is we want to look at market Cipher B, and we want to see the uneven butt cheek pattern going nice and strong, right? So we want to see the bullish divergences coming in there on market Cipher B. So what we would really want to be looking for here, if that happens, is, you know, the market Cipher is ticking up like this, getting higher as that price is losing the level and then reclaiming the level. So this is a local scalp potential setup. If we don't get that, I would be most interested in the high volume node of this previous range here. Something like this. Anywhere within the green box, but most specifically that high volume node at 84,520. All right, for Peanut the Squirrel. Pinute the Squirrel. All right, major shout out to Frank. Clean. Frank, he says, 1 and 4 hour bear divs, can you check on Pangolin? Okay, Pangolin. One and 4 hour bear divs. Yeah, I could guess I see that. Yeah, I see it. I mean, this thing is just straight up Chop City. I wouldn't take this seriously at all. I wouldn't take those divs seriously at all. This is straight up Chop City, all right? Straight up Chop City. Thank you so much for the super chat, but this is just straight up Chop City. I wouldn't take those things seriously. We don't have any real market structure to deal with. One thing I would say is, like, the money flow on the weekly looks good. I don't know anything about this coin, but this right now looks pretty dang good to me for upside. Even the 5-day looks good for upside. Even the 2-day looks pretty good for upside. I mean, it's really hard to say because we haven't gotten any like bull divs. This is very difficult. There's no price, there's no market structure here, right? This is nothing. This is just Chop City. This is nothing. So it's very difficult to say. But thank you for the super chat. Shout out to Carlos, Alejandre, IMX, sure thing, IMX, immutable. All right, let's see here. So we have a bull div on the weekly right here, which I like. I like the bull div on the weekly. just right in this little zone here. Now it looks like we're about to get a trigger wave on the weekly. And we do have bullish market structure, right? Low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, maybe higher, high. It's forming a nice kind of round bottom here. Let's go to the daily. So yeah, we technically do have bull divs on the daily as well. So let's deal with the local range here. All right, we're gonna go with the idea that we have bull divs here, and we're dealing with this local range. All right, so we already kind of bounced from the 786. So here's the deal. If we're gonna get a bounce from here, this is like support right now very locally. All right, the daily doesn't look so great for a bounce from here, I'll be honest with you. The 4 hour, right? The 4 hour, maybe. It's like dancing on the line. So, you know, this is not a high confidence setup, but nonetheless, this is what we would have to look for. Just trading this local range, right? This right here is a valid long, but the confirmations are muddy. They're muddy. Another opportunity that I would see here that would actually look really nice. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you the actual setups that exist. Would have to be take the lows again. This time we would have much more clear bullish divergence on the 4 hour, right? But there is a valid long from here. And the invalidation, meaning where your stop loss should go, it needs to be below this 786. So basically your setup would have to look like this. Stop loss here. And then TP1 would have to be at the top of the range, which is a 5-to-1 risk reward. And then honestly, if we're going to break out of the range, given the bullishness of the daily and the weekly, we would assume a breakout. So after we hit a TP1, then we could target then the next resistance, which would be around this area, which is basically going to be an 18-to-1. So basically, if we take out half the trade, we're risking 1. At a 5-to-1, we take out half. We made 2.5%, risking 1%. With a stop loss to the entry, then you could potentially make, you know, another 9%. So potentially, just on this setup alone, you can make 11%, risking 1 with 2 take profits. 1 take profit here, 1 take profit around here. It's a valid plan. The confirmations are muddy because they're not the most clear. But, you know, the truth is, with trading, you're never going to be 100% certain. What really matters is your risk management and your plan. And so right here, we have a risk management and we have a plan. We're risking 1 to potentially make 11. And so the two outcomes are, there's 3 outcomes. Either we lose 1, we make 2.5, or we make 11. Those are the 3 potential outcomes of this trade, right? So we know all 3 outcomes. The worst case scenario isn't that bad because we're losing 1. The best case scenario is pretty good because we're making 11. And yeah, I mean, or maybe you just make your 2.5 and then you shoot for the actual high. In which case, you know, now we're making 30, right? Now we're risking 1 to make 30. If we take 2 profits, the first one down here at $1.84 and the second one at $9, right? So yeah, that's my thoughts on it and my analysis on it. And it's not financial advice, but it's just, you know, I'm just talking through the charts and my mindset and stuff like that. All right. Shout out to some guy, some people know, who says, would the next green dot on the 24-minute market cipher be a valid 4-hour, 24-minute long entry? Let's check it out. If anyone doesn't know about that, well, I have videos on it. I would say no. I don't like this green dot, all right? I don't like this green dot. But technically, yes. All right, technically, yes, it is. Technically, yes, indeed, it is a valid 4-hour, 24-minute strategy. I don't like this green dot here because, well, so far it's looking like a bear div, all right? So far it looks like a bear div. But technically speaking, yes, it is still valid if we get that 24-minute green dot, all right? Thank you for the super chat. Shout out to LOL. Can you please check Maker? Yeah. maker. Sure thing. All right, wow, look at this chop city. All right, this looks to me to be extremely bullish. This looks to me to be extremely, extremely bullish. This is beautiful. This is so beautiful. The reason why I say that is because look at this on the weekly. All right, we have multiple drives of. I mean, this is the. You know, hang on. The pig nibble, the bullish pig nibble pattern. All right, let's see here. Where's our? Can't find the normal pig nibbles that I usually use here. We'll have to. Oh, we'll have to use this one. All right. So we got the pig nibble pattern on the weekly. All right. Down here. As the price is making consecutively lower lows, the pig teats are getting higher and higher, and those baby piglets are getting ready to gain thousands of pounds for the county fair in just a few months. And you can see we in fact did. This is a chart of the pig's weight, and the pigs gained about 700% of their body weight. So 7x on the pigs. And then after that, we're printing a really nice, juicy, hidden bullish divergence on market Cipher B right here. Let's go ahead and pull the fib from low to high. All right, so we're dipping down below the, let's put on the 886. So we're coming down to the area between the 786 and the 886 fib with a confirmed hidden bullish divergence here. Looks very bullish, looks very continuation-y to me. We had a really nice bottom, higher high. This looks like a really nice higher low to me. This is not financial advice, but in general, this is a valid setup, a valid idea based on valid bullish confirmations. Again, nothing's guaranteed in trading, but that looks really nice. We're just on the weekly. All right, let's check out the daily here. So we don't have bull divs on the daily here, which is a little bit concerning. I'd still say this is valid though, and I would say this too, like, even if we dip a little bit lower to the 886, that would just make things look more bullish in my opinion, because the daily has this kind of like upward momentum. And so let's see, what do we do here? Well, we've got a really nice trigger wave on the daily there. So if we do come down lower, we would have a really nice bottom on the daily. So this is a valid idea in my opinion. It's just a valid idea. And it looks really nice on these high time frames. It looks pretty nice. All right. Let's check out. We got some more super chats. Shout out to Alex Solo. You longed ARKM at 2.2 and longed Cardano at 59. I'm worried I'm liquidate. Should you close? Well, Alex, I'm going to tell you something that will make you a profitable trader for the rest of your life. All right? It's not what you want to hear now, but it's what you need to hear. If you have to ask that question and it's not a trolling question, but you're actually being serious, you need to stop trading right now because you're going to get liquidated all the time and lose everything. I recommend that you check out my YouTube channel. All right? And I'm going to post a video here that is going to absolutely change the way you look at trading. All right. Give me 1 second here. I got to find the video. Here we go. All right. Trading was hard until I discovered this, my secret trading formula. If you internalize this information, my friend, you will never have to ask this question again. All right. It's a free video. All right. By the way, I did long the exact bottom of Bitcoin. You know, not trying to toot my own trumpet over here, but 15,594 long on Bitcoin from a trade setup that was given in advance in the Casper crew. All right. But, you know, these steps right here, okay, will help you never have to ask this question again, my friend. I appreciate your super chat, but watch this half-hour video. I'm going to go ahead and post it in the chat, all right? Or screenshot this and search for it. I'm going to go ahead and post it in the chat, all right? Go watch that video. In fact, everyone should watch that video. In fact, I should even watch this video. Everyone should watch this video at least once every other month, just to remind yourself of what's important. You know, of course, our good friend Sam Bankman, it makes it a cameo as well in the video. This time with his good old man boobs, right? Go ahead and check this out, my man. Also, I'm going to be doing a free trading course in January. Check that out as well, because the first thing we're going to go over in that course is risk management. And nobody can answer the question you're asking besides you, my friend. And the answer to the question you're asking should have been determined before you longed, right? You need to know the answer to whether or not you should close a trade before you take the trade. It's so important. Otherwise, you're going to be asking YouTubers if you should close a trade, and you've already lost the game. All right, maybe not the trade, but you've lost in the long run. If you have to ask that question after you're in a trade, I guarantee you're not going to make money trading. I guarantee you're going to lose money trading. Maybe not right away, but eventually you are going to lose everything you made and more. Okay, so watch that video. And this is tough love, all right? This is tough love, my man. I appreciate the super chat, Alex Solo, but what I just shared with you is tough love, and in the long run, if you internalize this info, you'll come back in a year and realize how important it was, all right? Shout out to Alec. Missed my super bad for SHIB. I'm so sorry, Alec. I didn't see that super chat for Shiba Inu. All right? It looks like I missed a bunch of super chats. Wow. And Liberty in Trust. And Charming Stones. Man, we got so many super chats. Sheesh, man. I've literally never had... I don't think I've had this... I've had 24 super chats. I don't think I've ever had this many super chats. Thank you guys so much for the super chats, man. Look, before we take a look at these coins, I have to do a giveaway because I promised I'd do a giveaway. And if I don't get to all the super chats, I don't want to miss out on the giveaway because I promised I'd do a giveaway. So here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to give away $1,000. We're going to give away $1,000. What you need to do to participate in the giveaway is you need to spam the chat with your Tether address, your USDT address. All right? Spam the chat with your USDT address. Okay? Spam the chat with your USDT address. And what we're going to do is we're going to count down from 10. We're going to take a screenshot. And whoever's highlighted in the screenshot wins $1,000. All right? So we're going to go ahead and put this on the screen here. And we're going to do a countdown from 10. Put your address in there. It could be any address, any network. All right? All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's see. And our winner is Emery. Shout out to Emery. Shout out to Emery. All right, let's see. Where's Emery? Here. Emery. All right. Shout out to Emery. Emery is our winner. Man, Sudeep, you were so dang close. Sudeep was so close. And Mariella was so close, but Emery is the winner. All right, shout out to Emery. All right, I'm going to post this here. All right, and then I'm going to send over the $1,000 right now. Congratulations, by the way, Emery, for the $1,000 win. Alrighty. Shout out to Emery for the $1,000 win that we got right there. And congratulations. Look, we've been doing a lot of giveaways lately. You guys are just crushing it with the likes. Of course, we had over 3,000 people in the house at one point, so maybe we'll have to up the ante a little bit. You know, we'll have to up the ante a little bit. But shout out to Emery. Congratulations. Appreciate you popping on in for the giveaway. All right. All right, now let's get back to some of these super chats, guys. I appreciate all the super chats, man. I never thought I'd get so many. That's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. All right. So I missed some super chats from Alec. We gotta take a look at Shib. All right, Shib. I do hold quite a bit of Shib myself. Actually, Shib is actually one of my main altcoin holdings, believe it or not. Believe it or not. I know that sounds kind of dumb. But, yeah, I think Shib's going to run again. And it already did. I mean, it ran like crazy so far earlier this year. I mean, wow. 400% almost. So, this is a pretty good market structure here. We've got a really nice bullish divergence right here on the weekly. Then we had a trigger wave. We had a money flow cross. Gave us a massive pump. We changed market structure. We made our higher high. We came back down to retest what used to be resistance. Right? We came back down to retest as support. And I'd say, let's pull our fib, high to low, that our next target for SHIB is very likely going to be around this area. So we're looking at about, from where we're at currently, maybe another 167%. And then I do believe we're going to make new all-time highs. But our next target is about another 150% from here. So even locally right now, we've got some bullish market structure. So we're going to go down to the daily time frame and take a quick look here at what has happened. So we have two ranges. We have the upper range and we have the lower range. And okay, so this is very, very key. I would say this right now for SHIB. This is a really nice support resistance flip right here. All right. This last little high, a really nice support resistance flip. Let's go ahead and pull our fib from low to high. It also lines up perfectly with the golden pocket. So if I was going to be looking for an entry on SHIB right now, I would love to see us basically come back down to this box, this previous high, right? And then really just, this is support resistance flip. Like we just pull it back to this, right? You see it was support, resistance, resistance, breakout, come back for the retest. That would be where I would look. We have a little bit of a bear div on the daily here. So I think we could get a pullback. We even have bear div on the 1 hour. So here's what I'd be looking for right now. I'd be looking for bull divs on these lower time frames, right? As we come down to our box, we want to be seeing for sure the uneven butt cheek pattern forming on market cipher B. We want to see the juicy left, the skinny right. Go ahead and pop that onto the chart. You know, something like this, market cipher B. You know, we come down a little bit. And we're seeing market cipher give us that uneven butt cheek pattern. So that looks good for SHIB. My target to the upside is another 150% to the macro golden pocket. You know, around 6,000, give or take. 6,000 non-Satoshis. Whatever those USDT cent fractions are, okay? I don't know. I'm not that good at math. Shout out to Charming Stones, who says, could you please check out Prime? Echelon Prime, yeah. You know, there's a steakhouse near me. Well, it's like an hour away, because everything is an hour away from me, because I live out in the middle of nowhere, that I like to take my wife to. Get myself a nice filet mignon with sweet potato and some broccoli, you know? That's what's up. All right, Prime. I'm assuming this is it here. Okay, so we have, once again, a really nice introverted head and shoulders pattern. Guy was an introvert in high school, had no friends, didn't get invited to parties. Girls weren't interested in him. They were only interested in jocks. Now, after high school, the jocks have peaked. They got the beer belly. They have a bad job. This guy, however, invested all his McDonald's earnings back in 2009 in Apple stock. Now he's rich, and all the girls that didn't want him in high school are paying attention. That's called a change of market structure. Now what we can do is we can look for a bit of a retest here. Let's go ahead and pull the volume. Okay, so we're at the value area high of this range. So this is a place, honestly, where we could find support. Like, support number 1 would literally be right here at this low volume node. So I would say this, like, the first place I would actually look for a bounce on this would be if we just came down a little bit lower into this last zone of consolidation here on the 4-hour, right? Let's pull a fib. Let's pull some fibs here. Yeah. Yeah, so let's, yeah, beautiful, beautiful. So this is the next place I would look for support. And then, below that, I would be interested in buying the POC of the range, confluence with the Fibonacci golden pocket. These would be the 2 zones I would look for support. So we're looking at around $7.45 and $8.45. $7.45, $8.45. Are the 2 areas I would personally be interested in looking for another higher low to come in, because we have bullish market structure, we have a really nice bottom, introverted head and shoulders breakout. So if we're going to continue on this pattern, you know, we would look for a bounce from one of these levels, right? So that's what I'd be interested in for Echelon Prime Steakhouse. Shout out to Poppy Chul 038. Can we take a look at SNEC? Let's take a look at SNEC. Yeah. Okay, so this, I guess, was the setup we were looking at for SNEC, and it looks like it looks like it played out pretty nice. I don't remember last time we looked at SNEC, but this was the idea we had for it, right? We had the falling wedge, and we were looking at the potential of a breakout and a retest, and that's pretty much exactly what we got. And now we pumped like crazy. So what would I be looking at now for SNEC? Well, it's always tough after something pumps, right? It's easy before the pump to say, if we get the breakout, then, you know, go for it. But, you know, it's difficult after something has pumped right now, you know, 100%, right? It's up 100%. Now what? Well, the only thing we can really do is assume the trend is our friend until the end, and then we got to go ahead and find some level of support where if we get a pullback to, we would want to long it based on numerous confluences. Let's go ahead and pull the volume of the range here. Let's pull it from this low. Pull it from here. All right, so for me here, and we'll remove this trend line. I would have to say that for me, the confluences right now are going to be at this area of support resistance flip. Right? This is a very key level. If we just look at nothing else besides this box here, like there's a number of volume and Fibonacci confluences here. But if we just look objectively at this box, it was resistance in 2023, resistance in 2023, then it was resistance again, resistance, 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 right? We had a few times where we broke above it, but in general, this box has been resistance. So now that we got a bullish break of the trend line, we would now look for historic resistance to be support. And we have 2 fib confluences and 2 volume confluences right here between 11444 and 13073. 11444 and 13073. We would look for continuation here in event of a pullback to the support resistance flip, and then we'd look to target the highs. So again, it's always good to be looking for bullish divergences on market Cipher or something like that. But in general, this is a really beautiful 6-to-1 risk-reward ratio. We're looking for a 100% move to the upside. So basically, we've already got a 100% pump. From here, we'd look for a pullback of now about 30 to 35%. Then we look for another 100% move up to that high. And potentially even higher. So the way I would look at this is if I was going to get into this position, I would definitely take out half my position at the all-time high and then hold the rest for a moon bag. All right? Because we technically have not even hit the target of the falling wedge. The target of the falling wedge would be the top trend line of the wedge. So our target of the wedge would be our take profit one on this trade, right? Essentially, we're looking now for a retest, not of the trend line, but of a support resistance flip that we've had here for a very long time. All right, for SNEC. Shout out to Robert Hole. He says, what does Robert Hole say? Whoops. H bar. All right, we'll take a look at H bar. Oh man, look at H bar. Okay, so it has a really nice bottom here. I like this bullish div, money flow and momentum. I'd say for me right now, where I would look is gonna be this right here. All right, I don't even have to think real hard about this at all. I don't have to think hard about this at all. This would be my setup here. Come back down to this area and then shoot for the 786. All right, basically we're looking at this little consolidation here. We had a really nice bullish divergence at the low. We put a really nice pump. I know it's just a wick, but we still closed the daily candle above. All right, and so now we're getting a retrace. We look for the retrace into the golden pocket 786 zone, coming back down to historic support right around this area. All right, and then we look for a move and a breakout back to the macro golden pocket 786. All right, not financial advice, but honestly looks pretty good based on all things here on the daily time frame. Let's check out the 4-hour money flow thickening here, and we did get a nice bull div on the 4-hour money flow momentum at this low as well. So yeah, that's what I would be looking at for H bar Hedera USDT. That would be the next long setup I'd be interested in, and I would definitely want to see low time frame bullish divergences there. You know, shout out to Rahul for the super chat. I really appreciate you, and shout out to Alex Soho for the other super chat. Shout out to everyone in the chat, guys. I'm gonna head out. All right, it's been a great stream, about 2 hours. I love all of you. May God bless all of you in Jesus' name. You know, you watch my streams. I don't take myself seriously at all. But I do take my relationship with Jesus very, very seriously. He's the most important thing in my life, because only in Jesus is there joy and peace and purpose and satisfaction unlike anything else or anyone else can offer. All right? I've had nothing. I've been broke. I lived in a car. And I've been a multimillionaire. I've been able to do anything that I could possibly want to do. But I will tell you this, the only joy and satisfaction and peace I get is in Jesus, because that is the only place you can find true meaning in life, right? Our Creator, the Creator God, loved us so much that even though mankind was fallen in a sinful state, separated from God by our sin, and sin is basically when creation acts the way it was not created to act, right? If the sun didn't come up in the morning, the sun would be sinning because the sun isn't doing what it was created to do. Mankind was created to reflect God's glory, and when we don't do that, we are sinning and it separates us from God. But because God loved us and desired a relationship with us, He Himself became flesh. He took on flesh, the Son of God, the eternal Son of God who always existed, came inside of a human body, and then He died to pay for the penalty of our sins. And then He rose again on the third day to show that, indeed, He conquered death. The thing that we're all headed for. Death. Death makes life meaningless, because anything you do here is completely meaningless. You have a short life and then you die. But because of what Jesus did, when He rose from the dead, He now promises that if we put our faith in Him, He will fill us with His Holy Spirit, cause us to be born again, a new creation. And this new creation does not die. This new creation has eternal life. And if you've never experienced a relationship with Jesus, let me just tell you, there is nothing like being in the presence of God, having a relationship with God, spending time with God, seeking God, and having Him fill you in every possible way you can imagine, and bring purpose and meaning into every aspect of your life. All right, this is something I experience, and it's the most valuable thing that humanity has access to. All right. That being said, may the Lord bless you all. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.